The Nittany Lions and the Buckeyes, a rivalry born of one side setting the standard and the other trying to climb the mountain. And we are on the cusp of dotting the I on a great clash in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions. And the Buckeyes will kick it away first. Let's see what he can do with the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Penn State Nittany Lions offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. Last time these two got together, it was the Buckeyes dotting that I and getting a close one.
There are NFL dudes all over the field. It's not about the X's, the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. Which players make the big plays today determines this one.
And Ohio State has had the upper hand, and Penn State really wants to break through. They want to make their statement. They want to shoot their shot and beat the Buckeyes.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
It's complete. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Caught over the middle. It's Saunders. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll try to get the first through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Howard. He'll come through on third down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. The Nittany Lions look to keep this drive humming. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Ohio State's offense will go to work for the first time today. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
They'll snap it from the 39. First and 10. Back to pass, it's St. Clair. Quickly out to the tight end. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
The Buckeyes are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Unloads quickly. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation. And now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play zone.
He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. The Buckeyes will go for it here on 4th down. He might want another play. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. The short hands, it's Gibson. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking downfield on 1st down. A strike downfield. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got him downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
As a head coach, you love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the first drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that 1st down.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They're testing the right side here. Stopped in the backfield, nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Got it in the middle. It's Ivy. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6. And the Nittany Lions had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Caught in the backfield, it's Reynolds. Touchdown, Penn State! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. These two Blue Bloods really didn't become rivals until Penn State joined the Big Ten in the early 90s. We really sensed that Ohio State has been a bit of a measuring stick for Penn State.
I think we always talk about Penn State. We talk about winning the big games, and how do they play against Ohio State? A big rivalry. Palmer, it seems like they're always there. They're always in the game, but do they find a way to break through and win this rivalry?
Yeah, it's always so close, too. You think back to Woody Hayes, and you think back to Joe Paterno. For years and years and years, when these two teams play, it is so physical. There's so much talent. It could go any way. This is one of the more fun games to watch every season.
Caught in the backfield, it's Singleton. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the fourth down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. Fourth down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big fourth down conversion.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Caught close to the marker. It's Porter. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Extra point here will tie the game.
And that's his second receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts, as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart, and he's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side. And right now, you want to go win, and you want to beat this squad because you're competitive, so it's got to be kind of bittersweet.
The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
Good pick up, a little bit short of the sticks. The Nittany Lions in a good spot here with second and short. They'll move the tight end. Using his legs, it's Gibson. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the...
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And with that, they've taken the lead.
loves it as a head coach to have a kicker like this. It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. Quickly to the tight end. They'll guide him out of bounds down at the 25-yard line.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. You see his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. And the Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Smith. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. To the air on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Gonna look downfield again. With the catch, it's Porter.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the...
Breaks into the open. Across the 20 and out of bounds at the 21-yard line, and just like that, they're out of trouble. The Nittany Lions will punt it away on 4th down. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll haul it in right around the logo. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. Release to the back. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. After that huge play, they've now got it inside the 30. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. The quick out. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient. caution against the clock. Catch in the middle. It's Saunders. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
And that's a great job by this offense. That's how you work the clock. You want to take as much as you can and punch that ball in the end zone. Masterful clock management, and they now take the lead going into the half.
And you just got to wonder, too, David, how does that affect the confidence of a defense, right? They needed to find some way somehow to get a stop, limit the damage on that final drive. They give up a touchdown. They're going into halftime now, trailing. They've got to raise their level of play in the second half.
He uncorks one deep. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, all week, the Buckeyes and Nittany Lions tried to bottle up their emotions, but things just boiled over in that first half.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to... Oh, he's got some space. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. They'll try to get the edge with a toss play here. Picks up the first down, still moving. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Looking to throw, it's St. Clair. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet. Haven't sacked.
He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Ohio State. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. A lot of glorious days in the history of the Buckeyes, and this might put this guy right at the top of the list for a single game.
And that list of names is incredible. Like, we could go down the list of so many guys that have been such great playmakers, so dynamic. So to think about putting yourself in that category, we're going to be talking about winning trophies and this guy being an All-American by season's end.
They'll pull it on the read. Open space at the 25. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wants to throw on first down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
This defense will bring pressure from the linebacker level, from the cornerback level, free safety level, and the strong safety level. They're bringing it from all over the field.
Wants to fire on second down. Makes the grab. It's Gibson. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. That's caught. It's Gibson. At the 35, he's open. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. And big play has this defense reeling, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 14. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. Looking for the score. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. Firing to the right, complete. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. The Buckeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Caught near the sticks. It's Thurman. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
You coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Pocket breaking down. Grab near the marker. It's Rodgers. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
And how nice is it, David, on 3rd down to have a viable option running routes out of your backfield? That's why this running back is so valuable to this offense.
Yeah, and what matchup do I want to play? I want to play matchups where I have the advantage. I got a speed matchup of a linebacker versus a running back. Nice route, looking like he's going outside, cuts it in. Nice timing and rhythm with the quarterback. Nice 3rd down conversion.
Looking left. Almost had the pick there. Would have been his 2nd of the game. Instead, it brings up 3rd down.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense...
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast. He's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
So here they come going for it on 4th and long. The aftershocks of that earlier. Lofts one high and deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover 1, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT'd.
They'll start this drive at their own 48. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Gibson. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Holds and fires complete to the right. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Back to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Saunders. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Throws toward the end zone. And they can't hook up on the big brings up a 4th down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 25 clash today. Georgia is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that's been sicking them since the opening kickoff. They're up by 35 over LSU. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition, and if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Got the first down and more. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
This offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now, and they're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the 4th quarter, it's about force-feeding him, getting some push up front, and just icing this thing.
Man, how fast did they get in there and make that tackle for a loss? If you blinked, you missed it. Nice job by the defense, getting penetration, everybody up near the line of scrimmage, shooting the gaps quick, getting in the backfield, getting the guy in the ground.
This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Makes the catch. It's Singleton. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. A productive play is one that gets you at least halfway to another first down here on 1st and 10. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Turning it on. Got some room there to the goal line. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Great job by the back on the option. Setting up for the extra point that will put them on top. And that extra point was good, and now they have the lead in the 4th. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Throws for the tight end. On target to the left. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field, generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Saunders. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. And the Nittany Lions are threatening in the red zone. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! They move on top here in the 4th.
And the timing had to be perfect. Down here, this close to the red zone, the windows to throw into are so small, but the quarterback, his receiver, on the same page. And with that touchdown catch, they now take the lead.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Scanning the field, it's St. Clair. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Really good contact. concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. Line gets set, first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to keep it in the air. Fires left. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
Down to the 32 and out of bounds right there. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Buckeyes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. The run from the shotgun. There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
That touchdown ties the game, so you're expecting them just to kick the extra point, take a one-point lead. Seconds left now. You got to play great defense here to try to ice this game and get the win.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Martin. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. He wants a big play here late. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Time is not on their side right now. They can't afford too many more incompletions like that. They need to come up with some connections, and they've got to score points. They've got to get this passing game going.
With the catch, it's Saunders. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up fourth down. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Timeout called by the offense. A mere 10 seconds to go in the game. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away. They've got to push the ball down the field. Wants to throw and not much time to work with. They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it. With Ohio State once again taking down Penn State in this one, the Nittany Lion fans left to wonder what might have been. Thanks so much for spending spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.